everybody. My name is Kazm Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Starfield. Calls to action. If you are liking this content and you would like to see more content like this, no! Shut up, I'm trying to do calls to action.
Do you remember the Emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented.
Anyways, calls to action. If you are enjoying my content and you want to see more content like this in the future, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you would like to support me as a content creator, I have a Coffee, a Patreon, and community Discord server link all in the description below. If you would like to join me as a fellow content creator, as content lover.
Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest.
I don't know how to feel about you guys.
The Emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
I have already killed about 4 of you.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The Emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others.
I mean, fair.
Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Interesting.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others.
Interesting.
That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn.
I was right.
It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
It's a loop.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the Armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die.
And you couldn't have just said that?
Witness the power granted by the temples. The anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The Emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the
I can see both of their points.
to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill.
I'm leaning more towards the Hunter, if I'm being honest.
I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
other self wants you to walk the path he walks. To give up. To appreciate the universe you have.
I thought that was Walter, but I'm wrong.
Who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Hmm.
You're already in it. With artifacts comes Starborn searching for them. Fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Okay, this is interesting. Number one, I like the ship. Although I've read in some book or some books, some articles online that they're kind of mediocre at best, which sucks.
Emissary and their kind only want to control you.
Okay, so let me think about this. This might be an important choice that I have to make here. And I'm honestly leaning towards the Hunter. But then again, I'm a big fan of freedom and stuff like that. I'll talk to the Hunter
You
first.
might think the Emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them. The unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
That makes sense.
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the Emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. And sometimes the Emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new.
So I'm the anomaly.
I don't get many of those anymore. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome.
He's viewing it from the perspective as somebody.
It's been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the Emissary to decide what to do about you.
So what's going on is he's viewing it he's viewing it from the viewpoint as somebody who has, pardon me, who has played the game over and over and over and over and over again and has found the quickest path to beat the goal. He's basically played Skyrim to the point of knowing every little secret, every little detail, and knowing the best way to just get from point A to point B. And he sounds tired of it all.
They enter the unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's.
Fair.
The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
So he's trying to act as a voice for a different entity, according to what you're saying.
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat.
We all have that one character in the game we just want to bully.
But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
So this is an interesting tidbit.
Ask.
I'll ask the emissary here in a second, but this is interesting to me. So basically, the Unity is an entity in and of itself by the sound of it, and it's basically allowing people to go in and become starborn and loop again. But what is the purpose of the loop? I think the purpose of the loop might actually be to feed the entity, as a form of, if it's a living entity. If it's a living entity, it would be a form of sustenance, probably, from all the energy that is created from each and every loop. It's just so interesting. When did this all start? Probably the Pilgrim.
I know it. I'll tell you everything I can. It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion, or is it testing us? Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same.
Does my blue hair stay the same?
Hard. But each universe is precious in its own way.
I keep hitting my mic and I'm sorry.
Mine will never have its original you in it again. As yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power.
Hmm?
Can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. And all the artifacts are a symbol. The device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself.
Makes sense.
Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
This raises an interesting point as well. Okay, so I see both of their points. His had a lot more dialogue with it, though, which is weird. So, ooh. Can I sit here? Aww. This looks cool, though. I like this. This would freak me out, though. Like, absolutely freak me out. But anyways, so this is interesting to me. So first and foremost, I don't want to leave the ship because I'm going to probably start more dialogue that I don't want to talk over. So first and foremost, Hunter is the seasoned video game player on a multiplayer server. He's played the game over and over again, thousands of times. Learned every trick, learned every detail. He knows the quickest way from point A to point B, point A being the beginning, point B being the end of the game. Emissary is more like a mod in the server, where he's trying to avoid the Hunter from beating the game over and over again on a multiplayer server, or any other people for that matter, and thus ruining the game. A good example for it would probably be Ark, because at a certain point, once a player gets really good in Ark, they can just steamroll over everything, regardless if it's a player, a random dino, or just a dungeon. Get all the stuff needed, and then beat the bosses over and over and over and over and over again. even though that loop isn't really sustainable per se. So I'm wondering what gives them the being Starborn probably changes something to their mindset. Like what? Like the only thing there would have to be a goal driving you to continuously make the loop over and over and over again. Like there has to be a goal in mind. If their goal is solely understanding the unity, I feel like they would have already reached it by now. So I think maybe the unity does something to their mindsets, like switches their neurochemistry and makes them.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself.
Interesting.
Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space.
I'll still have to fight
Part of it
Starborn.
is what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Sweet. See ya. So yeah, this is interesting to me. Wait, am I nearing the end of the game? Is that possible? Okay, so go to lodge, talk to people. Bypass landing sequence. Don't get bounty hunted. It's intriguing to me about all of this. I really don't see how much more I have in this game, to be honest, now that I know what the end point is. It's odd. I do like this kind of concept. Not a whole lot of people can, not a whole lot of creators can do it well. Normally, like the reveal is thrown because I didn't know that was going to be Bennett or Aquilus. Like that threw me for a loop. That definitely surprised me. I didn't admit it, but it surprised me. My game is taking a long time to load. Why is it taking a long time to load? Please stop. Please load. Actually, I might know the problem. Oh boy. Fun. Hello? Y'all liking this loading screen?
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together to say goodbye. You know, to Barrett.
Barrett, not Bennett.
Thank you. It wouldn't be the same. I'll have everything set up in a few days.
Got it.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity. I don't think I understand.
Saying we're living on the parallel, you for every universe?
Let's take a step back. This is everything we've been building towards, and the implications are A lot to take in.
So wait,
Could you explain the part about multiple universes one more time for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more detail.
okay, so hang on. These people have discovered intergalactic space travel. Universal space travel. Like they can travel from galaxy to galaxy. And the concept of multiversal theory has never come up once, if at all? What? That hurts my brain.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifacts so desperately. They're the keys to unlocking the infinite.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation.
Mateo's got a point.
You're right. This is a lot to take in.
Take some time to process, everyone. We finally have some answers. Now we need to figure out what to do with them.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking.
Thank you,
Let me
Vlad.
know when
I
you're
can
ready to
count on you
follow up
always.
on what it's seen. These last glimpses from the eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn. Get your smile out there.
Catch a smile. Okay, so I need to upgrade.
I need everyone looking out for each other during this time. Losses hit a small group like ours especially hard. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
Like I had an acid trip.
No, I don't think you understand. How did you feel inside?
Yeah.
Oh my
That one felt
goodness.
more
That
realistic.
must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails.
It doesn't fail, we just don't understand it yet.
True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different. So
I was
alien.
also been thinking
And
about
I'm
it, and I
certain
think the
one of
person
them
who would have
reached
died
out
if I had
and
left would have been Sam.
spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
I'm willing to bet it would have been Sam.
Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply. And believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the
Sorry, I'm looking at my time.
things for years.
I was trying to look at my time, forgive me.
Does that really surprise you? A universal mystery left unsolved for God knows how long? Oh, I've been dreaming about solving this puzzle from the beginning.
What is your eye doing?
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together.
I made a friend.
No more Starborn have shown up.
Alright, well, I'm going to go to the moon. I'm going to go to the moon. Because I want to go to the moon. Why do I want to go there? Oh, because of the... Right. That's part of the quest. Right, I forgot. I hear radiation. Oh, right, it's taking me back to my ship. I want this, and then I want... this. I got 3 missions now. Also, we've got skill points that I have been forgetting to add. Okay, I need the grav jump, so I need aerodynamic... Where are aerodynamics? Quick! Somebody who knows this game better than me, tell me where aerodynamics are. I feel like I just had a stroke. Astrodynamics? It's astrodynamics. I'm smart. Yeah, I'm smart. Make 5 grav jumps. Yeah, these I can do. And that probably will make it a lot easier to do what I need to do. No gravity! Okay, who wants a shot? Who wants a shotgun to the face? That is not a shotgun. That was an accidental misfiring. I actually have been watching shorts recently about how Bethesda doesn't know how to make guns. Because all of the Starfield guns are kind of like... What were you on to think that this was a good gun design? And I just find it hilarious. Hello. What would I have to... What would have happened if I found this first? What if I decided to just explore the entirety of the, like, each and every planet? I would never do that on stream, or on recording. That would make me insane. And as we all know, I'm a perfectly sane and well-adjusted individual. Bang! I'm eager to, like, learn more about this whole ordeal. Because, like, the biggest thing I want to know is, what is the Unity actually? Because there is no way in hell that the Unity is just some arbitrary force in the universe. Like, there genuinely has to be more to it than just... It made the artifacts. It made the temple.
Okay, confession time. Being single on a moon base is the worst. I only get like an hour to use the communication link to Earth every couple of days. And let me tell you, there's long distance dating, and then there's like long distance dating, you know? Oh, hey there, I'm a scientist, deadly employed, willing to take you out for coffee in like 6 months when I'm back from space. It's not a great opening line.
You seriously can't get a date? You're an astronaut.
Hey, no one asked you.
She has a point. I can't unlock that. There's 6 of these?
The assignment up here. We were told to bring a couple of personal items. Some psychological studies said it helped when you're away from Earth this long.
Makes sense.
I brought my grandmother's old abacus. I would play with it on her lap, and she'd teach me the Russian for all the numbers. She, just got word that she passed. The next shuttle isn't for 3 months, so I won't be able to go to the funeral.
How long?
Goodbye, babushka. Thank you for teaching me math.
Okay. I should have not been listening. That one kind of hit a little bit hard. I'm fine.
Voltaire really is something else. A supercomputer so powerful they put it on the damn moon to keep it cool. Although by that logic they should be running it purely in the vacuum of space. But hey, good marketing material.
That is kind of smart, actually.
Off hours running some dumb simulations just because I can. My favorite so far is simulating the sound of every duck on Earth quacking after receiving a piece of bread. You didn't know you wanted a real-time sim of feeding all the ducks, but now you have it. You're welcome, humanity.
I mean, when you're bored, you're bored. You gotta fill the void. That makes sense. I just checked here.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. Voltaire is being reconfigured for this new initiative.
I swear I checked all these places.
Ambitious, even for a supercomputer. We might as well be asking it to count every grain of sand in every desert on Earth. Who came up with these?
Okay, they're not appearing. I'm just blind.
Our partner isn't being very open about it. Every question I have goes through some discretionary channel. I'm surprised we even know we're working on a ship. Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. I admit, this is not the most disciplined team I've ever run. Malcolm keeps stealing computational time on Voltaire and thinks I don't know this. And Sabina's been distracted lately, but won't tell anyone why. I really should demand answers from both of them. But honestly, I'm too preoccupied with this contract. We all are. Despite anything going on in our personal lives, there's something special about what we're building here.
Intriguing. Where's the last one? Over here?
You ever get jealous? You know, the crew in the shipyard? Building the actual vessels that are gonna travel the stars?
We're literally on a base on the moon.
Oh, come on, Sabina. I'm trying to share my dreams here.
Well, your dreams are always out there and never here where the rest of us live. Can't you just be happy doing your job?
No.
Where's the fun in that?
Ambition is an important thing in life. And it should never be looked down upon, but it should always be grounded, if that makes sense. Okay, what do we do here? I want to remind the research team that Voltaire is a highly... it is not meant for your own personal projects. It's amusing to see just how many decimal points of pi it can calculate, how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with a perfect aerodynamic simulation. But there will be time for that later. Intriguing, interesting. I'm having a space stroke. Strokes aren't funny, by the way. They're not funny. I'm just being stupid because for some damn reason I can't talk to save my life. Play.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds.
How am I hearing this? It's a vacuum in space.
Helium-3 valves holding Nova. We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down. 5.
So this is way before spaceships were actually a proper thing.
1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
How does it feel to break the laws
laws of physics, Canaveral. We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Yeah, NASA's still a thing. I don't think NASA's a thing in this game anymore.
Data? Not in a million years, Nova.
Oh no, it's still a thing. We get to go to NASA? Ooh. I don't think I've ever been. I haven't really been too fascinated with space. I mean, I have, but I haven't. It's a weird thing where it's just like, I learn something and I'm like, oh, neat, I like it. I'm more like looking at the pretty stars, especially that big bright one right there that clearly is not damaging my retinas in any way, shape, or form, and definitely not causing long-lasting damage to my eyes. Pretty. Anyways, I'm going to call here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That means more content like this in the future. And if you're coming back on the regular and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free, helps out a ton, and I'm greatly appreciative. If you'd like to share this video with your friends, your family, favorite group of stars, I'd appreciate that as well. And as always, I will see you as we continue our adventures in Starfield. Bye-bye.